it's Chris Demetrick here from TDW Woodworks. Yes, I'm back. It's been a few weeks, almost a month since I posted my last video. I've been working really hard trying to get prepared for a craft show that's taking place over next weekend, building displays and whatnot, and it's not a whole lot of video to do, so I thought I'll be on site. I'm here at my sister's home, and I've decided that, first of all, what they had is they had this cabinet built recently, and between the cabinet and the wall, as you see here, there's a slot where they're placing their adult beverages of sorts. And me, the non-drinker, says, you know what? I'll build you a wine rack. Perfect. We'll measure it out. We can put it in here, build it up as high or as tall as they want, really customize it. And that's the pleasure of doing woodworking, is you can customize these things exactly to the way you like. We looked at a whole bunch of different wine racks. You can see here a bunch of different ones that we went through. And I'm going to customize it, decide what they like. So why don't I show you some of the tips I use when I'm measuring something.
Well, it's because I'm not going to be there to be able to test it out. I'm going to just make really good accurate measurements from the floor to the bottom of the lip and from the floor to the back, and all of the measurements I think I will need. Also, just keep in mind that if you were doing it on carpet, give it that 1/4 inch, just so there's a little give and springiness to the carpet. But other than that, yep, we're going to get it all written out onto a piece of paper, then either bring it to SketchUp or just hand write out something. Alright, so we kind of came up with an idea of cubbies and maybe a tray at the top, but we're going to be pretty fluid with this. It might change a little bit, but I came up with a basic idea, and let's get started. Alright, so I use SketchUp just to kind of come up with a basic idea of the layout of where it's going to fit into, and then I'm going to go over to Home Depot. I picked up some cabinet grade pine there. It's going to be painted, so it doesn't really matter what it looks like. And we'll cut it down. Let's get it ready. You're going to cut out those miter slots first and then go from there. Even though it's going to be on the inside, this little knot fell out when they were making the plywood. So what I do is I lay a sheet of paper over there. I'm going to just rub the pencil over the top of it to come up with a pattern. I'll take that over to the scroll saw and cut a little patch that fits right in there. And then I just put the patch in there. Pretty simple. So layout is pretty simple. I use this paper on my bench and I lay out the design, the width that I need it to be, and then I make a mark so I have the exact width it's going to be. Then what I do is I come into the inside of the dado. I got my outside and inside dimensions all laid out. I can use that for measuring the width of my shelves, and that's how I determine my shelf width. Time for a little dry assembly, and I can start cutting out those shelves. Alright, the basic unit is all laid out here, and what I'm going to do is go ahead and disassemble it and start painting it, because painting it would be a pain in the butt when it's all assembled. So in the interest of getting a video out this week, I did this in 2 parts, so join me next week. I'll make the drawers and the cubbies and trim it all out. See you next week.